I'll call the special city council meeting of September 25th, 2020 to order at noon. Roll call, please.
Mayor Copeland,
Here.
Tom Baylor,
Here.
Kathy Sherman,
Here.
Jeff Guard,
Here.
Melina Meyer is absent, Ann Schaefer,
Here.
David Allison, and David Gleason.
I'm here.
That's a quorum of council.
Okay. Approval of the agenda. Are there any items to add? Any modifications? Any objections to approving it as submitted? Hearing none, the agenda is approved as submitted. Does council have any conflicts of interest or ex parte communications to disclose? Hearing none, we have communications by and petitions from visitors, audience comments, and we have a call-in number of 253-6202. That number again is 907-253-6202. Under new business, we have a direction to the manager to negotiate with Cordova Construction for Little League restroom upgrades.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion, Schaefer, second, Sherman. Would you like to speak to your motion, Councilman Schaefer?
Just updates to the Little League shack with it coming from the CARES funding, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I don't think, no.
Okay, Councilman Sherman.
No additional comments.
Okay, and just for the record, I'm just going to read the motion into the record here. To direct the city manager to negotiate a contract with Cordova Construction, LLC to install bathroom stalls, touchless faucets, sinks at the Little League restrooms and snack shack for a sum not to exceed $34,650. So council discussion in order. Councilman Allison.
Yeah, I guess the only question I have is, was this the only response we got from anybody on this, or were these the only ones we asked, or how did that go?
Yes, and Councilman Allison, we have in the audience Ken Fay and Sam Greenwood, Public Works, and Susie, Parks and Rec, and Sam can answer that question.
Push and hold.
I think it's on, or it sounded like.
This went out to multiple people, and this was the only response we received. Multiple companies.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Councilman Gleason, discussion.
Yeah, I guess my only thing is, it seems like that bill, is this all we can fit under COVID? Because it seems like that thing needs a lot more than just those few items listed. Like if I remember correctly, there's not even a door on the men's bathroom.
Right.
We couldn't do any of the other stuff because there's constraints, with what you can do with COVID funding. Otherwise, I'm totally in favor of doing this.
So all of the stalls will be replaced and a door will be put in the bathroom. You are correct, there is many needs in that building, but they are not related to COVID. So these are the COVID related things that we could make happen.
Okay, thanks, Sam.
Vice Mayor Meyer, discussion?
She's not here.
Okay. Councilman Baylor.
Yeah, I guess my only comment would be that I looked at this project and talked with I guess our only licensed plumber in town, and he had looked at it and been contacted. So my concern is that make sure that these contractors know they are required to use a licensed plumber and licensed electricians on all of these projects. So maybe they're going to bring somebody else in. But that would be my comment to staff, and so they're on top of it and make sure that they're using licensed people to do this work. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Baylor. Councilman Guard, discussion.
No comment, all my thoughts have been covered.
Okay, any further discussion by council? Hearing none, roll call vote.
David Gleason.
Yes.
Melina Meyer is absent. Kathy Sherman.
Yes.
Ann Schaefer.
Yes.
Tom Baylor.
Yes.
David Allison.
Yes.
Jeff Guard.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Okay, next item is for direction to city manager to negotiate with Cordova Construction LLC for Bedarkey Fountain, Closet, and Sinks project.
I move to direct the city manager to negotiate a contract with Cordova Construction LLC to install water fountain, mop sinks, and enclose a janitor closet for a sum not to exceed $40,650.
Second, Mrs. Sherman.
Have a motion Schaefer, second Sherman. Would you like to speak to your motion, Councilman Schaefer?
Just that, I think it's great that we're getting some of these upgrades done that, I don't know, we've needed some upgrades in the rec center for a long time, and it's nice that we're able to use some of these funds for things that, we need, and it'll make the facility a better asset for the community.
Councilman Sherman, discussion.
I would just echo Councilman Baylor's comments on the previous one,
Okay.
that we have license coming.
Okay. Council discussion in order. Councilman Guard.
Besides what's already been covered, we've got a short timeline to bring this to conclusion. We have materials to order into town, labor to do, so if we're gonna get this done in time to get it in under the stuff, we need to get it going.
Okay, Councilman Myers absent. Councilman Allison.
Yeah, same question as before. So were these the only response?
Yep.
Thank you.
Hey, Councilman Gleason.
Yeah, I guess, just like I asked before on the other two COVID projects, that we approved, could we get a report from either, just update from, either Helen or Sam on their progress? That's it.
Yep.
Sam, could you also share that you have contracted someone to do project management for some of those? If there were any concerns,
I put that in the last update. So Don Shosted has agreed to work with me on the water sewer project, and I'm gonna try to round him into getting also onto these other projects as an inspector.
Okay, discussion, Councilman Baylor.
No, I'm glad getting done, and I guess the same comments before, make sure we're using licensed electricians and plumbers and make sure everybody is licensed up and workman's comp, all of the I's been dotted, T's been crossed. Glad it's going forward. Thanks.
Is there any further discussion, council? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Jeff Guard.
Yes.
Ann Schaefer.
Yes.
Melina Meyer is absent. David Allison.
Yes.
Kathy Sherman.
Yes.
David Gleason.
Yes.
Tom Baylor.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Okay, next item is a burn pile temporary closure press release. So that's an informational item. Is there any council comments or questions or discussion? Would you like to?
Yep.
Councilman Baylor? Councilman Baylor.
No, just, I really appreciate staff giving us a heads up before the meeting and the good explanation in the emails directly to us. I appreciate being in the know there. Thank you very much.
Other comments or questions, council? Okay, the next item is audience participation, and we'll go to the phones, and that number again is 907-253-6202. I did have a couple of items that came to my attention, if council doesn't object to just a brief mayor's report. One item is lobbyist Bittney has been working with leadership in our legislature regarding our harbor Tier 1 grant match, and they've elected to basically not bring up items in before they go through the budget process. So our dialogue there is really with the governor's office. So I just wanted to kind of counsel to ask about what the strategy is there, and it's to work with the governor's office and OMB to work to get that into the budget as a supplemental. So that's the path we'll kind of be pursuing here over the next few weeks. And the other item was I got a reminder from council about a letter that we were going to send out to the Marine Highway System to kind of signal them that we were considering alternatives here in the region, and did not requested that they not be liquidating any boats or potential vessels before we had an opportunity to I guess express interest in them. So Bittney is working on that letter, and we're kind of working with the Economic Development District to maybe make it more of a regional letter. So I just wanted to give council those brief updates. We don't have any calls at this time. That number again was 253-6202. And lacking audience participation, we'll go to council comments. And I'll just go in order here, starting with Councilman Gleason.
And just thanks to Sam for what she's doing here with this, and you know, any staff involved with the COVID projects and the work that's going on there. So other than that, I got nothing.
Councilman Schaefer.
Yeah, a lot of projects going on, so good job to everyone, and thank you for all the hard work. Also, Al Gross was just in town, and I think Senator Sullivan is coming to town.
Yes.
And so this is a good opportunity for locals to meet with candidates and then also our representatives, and make sure they know what issues that we're interested in and what we want them to focus on. So make sure to take advantage of those opportunities when they come up. And then also, we've got less than a week left of the census. So if you haven't yet completed the census, do it. Thank you.
Councilman Baylor.
No comment.
Councilman Sherman.
No comment.
Councilman Guard.
Yeah, I'd just like to echo thanking the staff for keeping all these projects moving forward and rolling ahead. We don't have a very long timeline to get them done in, so we can use the CARES funding for it. So thank you very much, staff.
And Councilman Allison.
Yeah, thanks to staff for all the work you're doing. And just a point of information, I just saw the temporary bathroom trailer thing for the cart rolling down the road. So looks good.
I just saw that myself. It was moving too fast to check it out. So that's council comments. We don't have any public calls yet, so we don't have an executive session item scheduled. So the last item is adjournment. Is there any objection to adjourning? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thank you, council, for attending the special meeting on relatively short notice.
Thank you.